Hello, creative coders. Welcome to our channel, Creative Coding. I hope you all are doing great. So, this is yet another episode of our series CSS mini project, and in this, we are going to be creating a beautiful color switch toggle animation, which looks like this. So, as you can see, there is a checkbox or toggle present at the center, and on both sides of that checkbox, there are text present called blue and red. Initially, when the page loads, you can see the color as blue, but when I click on that button, you can see the color changing, you can see the background changing. So this is a very cool project, and you're going to learn a lot of things here, mainly the pseudo classes, how to use pseudo classes, how you can add effects to pseudo classes, like that. And if you're new to our channel, my name is Shikhar Bania. I'm an educator, mentor, and a web developer here at Newton School. So without any further ado, let's get started. So let's talk about Newton School first. Newton School is a platform which provides individuals a career in tech. It has courses specially designed for freshers, individuals, working professionals, and even women who don't have any knowledge in tech. Around 300 companies hire from Newton School, and Newton School also provides a pay after placement policy under which you don't have to pay anything to Newton School until and unless you are placed with a bare minimum of 5 lakh CTC. Sounds great, right? Let's talk about another initiative taken by Newton School called Launchpad. So Launchpad is for those who want to start their coding journey from scratch. It has all the courses that you need to start a coding journey like Java, Python, data structures, JavaScript, Node.js, SQL, you name it, they have it. And the main advantage of using this Launchpad is you get a certificate of completion, you get a developer community, you got the best instructors to teach you, you also got a hands-on experiences, and you will become job ready. And all of this Newton School is providing for free. Yes, so don't forget to check that out. So here we are in the code editor, and as you can see, I have given the title as switch color toggle. Okay, and inside our body section, we have first declared a class as container. Inside that class, we have another class called input switch, and inside this section, we have included a label for switchy. So this switchy will be the keyword. Okay, and we have passed this blue label. So as you can see on the output, we got this blue. Next, between these two labels, we want to have a checkbox. So we have written the input tag and given the type as checkbox. We have given the ID as switchy. So these two labels, blue and red, will be for this ID switchy. Okay, and we have given the class as input. So that's why we got this input. We got this checkbox. And again, we have created another label, and we have given this class as switch since we are going to be editing this label to be seen like a checkbox, or we can say a toggle. Okay, and at the last, again we have written the label as red and for switchy for this ID. Okay, and hence we got this output. These two are labels, blue and red, and this one is the checkbox, which we will style this to be presented as a toggle in CSS. So our HTML part is completed. Now let's jump to CSS. Okay, so we have written our HTML code. Now let's start with CSS. So first, let me target all of the elements inside a document and gives the box sizing as border box. And now let's target the body part. And first, let's change the background color. So initially, when the page loads, I want the color to be blue. So #739 CE6 Initially, the background color of our web page will be blue. Next, let's add the font family. We have added the Google URL for Roboto condensed. So let's add that Roboto condensed and sans serif. Let's say font size will be 16 pixel. Let's enter everything. So display will be flex, justify content as center, align items as center, and we have to pass the height. So height will be 100 view height. Okay, so it comes at the center of our web page. All right, so our body part is completed. Now let's target the container. Before that, I want to target the body. After, we're going to use the pseudo class after, and suppose I write content here hello. So this will get added after your body part. Okay, so so inside a body we have these three things. So hello will get added after the body. Okay, so that's the purpose of after pseudo class. We don't want any content, we just want to style things. So position will be absolute, z index will be -1, left will be 0, top will be 0. Okay, let's say height will be 100%, also width will be 100%. Let's change the background, and in this we are adding that red color. So E65, E62. Okay, so as you can see, we have added the blue, we have added the red color on top of the blue color. Okay, so since we want both of them to be present, that's why. And since initially I want to display the blue color, let's transform and translate it along x-axis. -100%. So the red, let me show you. If I suppose make it 50%, so you'll get to see half of the color, because half of it gets shifted on the left side, because we have provided the -50%. Okay, and since we want animation to come from left to right, that's why we need to transfer this whole red color onto the left side, so 100%. Okay, all right, and let's add a transition property of 0.4 second. Okay, so our color part is completed. So when body will get an active class, this active class we are going to be using assigning this class in JavaScript. So don't need to worry about it right now, we're going to see this in JavaScript. Okay, so when body is having the class as active, then I want to target the after thing and just transform it and translate x 0%. Let's say 0. So if I add here body class active, so you can see the animation coming. Okay, and we are going to be assigning this class in JavaScript. Okay, so don't need to worry about that right now. Let's jump to the next part. So next is our class container. So container, let's give it a margin of 70 pixel, top bottom, and left right will be auto. Let's give it a padding of 30 pixel. Maximum width will be 300 pixel. Let's change the background color to white. Okay, text align will be center, and let's add the border radius of 50%. Sorry, not 50%, 50 pixel. Okay, so we get to see this circular border. Now we have three labels inside our body, so let's target that label, and let's increase the font weight to 700 pixel. Sorry, 700. Let's add some letter spacing, 0.025 rem. Okay, and let's change the color hash 394A5A. Okay, so it is a lightly blue color. All right, next what do we have? We have a class input hyphen switch. So let's target that, and in this we just want to display everything in inline block. Okay, now inside this, now inside this input switch we have input type as checkbox. So for this, position will be absolute, and visibility will be hidden. So as you can see, it got removed. Since we have specified the visibility as hidden, we are going to style this according to our way, because we want it to have a styling of a toggle. That's why. Okay, so inside this input switch we have input tag, plus we have this class switch. So switch, this plus sign will combine both of these two tags and perform the same styling to it. So let's add the position relative. Let's give it a height of 10 pixel. We also have to give it a width, let's say 45 pixel. And let's say I gave it a background color. So hash E4 ECFA. Okay, it is present there, but we have to give it some margin. So let's say margin right will be 15 pixel, margin left will be 10 pixel, sorry, 15 pixel. Let me change the color so that you can see. Let's add a border radius of 10 pixel. We have to display it as inline block. So now you can see this toggle. The only thing remaining is that circle on that toggle. So let's add some vertical align. It will be in the middle. Also, we want to change the cursor. Since the cursor is not changing, so cursor will be pointer. So now the cursor is changing. Okay, so now we want to add that circle. So let's copy this whole selector. And we want to add before it. Okay. Along with this, inside our input switch, we want to target the input plus switch, and we want to add something after it. So both before and after pseudo classes are used in a single selector. So content will be none, position will be absolute, and let's add the transition of 0.35 second. And I think that's it. What do we have now? Okay, now we need to only target the before part for that circle. So top will be 0, bottom will be, sorry, left will be 0, height will be 20 pixel, width will be 20 pixel. Since we want a circle, so first we have to create a square and then just give it a border radius of 50%. So using these 3 lines, you can create a circle in CSS. Okay. All right. Next, let's change the background color. So background color will be hash CAD 9F5. Okay. So as you can see, we got this circle. If I suppose change the color to, I don't know, red. Okay. So as you can see, we got this circle. Let's change this color for toggle. Okay, next, what do we want here? Let's transform it because it is a slightly lower than we have expected. So just transform and translate y and give minus 50% as the value. So it will come exactly on the at the center of your toggle. Okay. And opacity will be 1. All right. So before part is completed. I think we have included something wrong. Yes, the height is 100%. Width will be 20%. Border radius will be 10%. Sorry, 10 pixel. Also, we need to change the color, so it will be 739 CE6. Basically, the code that are written previously, it is for after pseudo class. We have I forgot that we have included the before pseudo class first. That's why we don't want this transform. So it is at the center right now. Okay, and we don't want this opacity. All right, now we want to target that before part. So let me copy this, paste it below, and this will be our after class. And inside this I want left to be 5 pixel, top will be 50%, height will be 20 pixel, width will be 20 pixel, border radius will be 50%, border I don't want any border, so border will be none, background color will be hash CAD 9F5. Let's transform and translate y-axis to 50% and opacity will be 1. Okay. Okay, so this is completed. And let's see what's next. Okay, so this is our output right now. So now we have to apply the animation and make it work like a toggle. So let's target this, paste it here, and when the input box is checked, I want to apply some animation. Okay, so I just want to change the background color to hash FAF FADEF0. So when it is checked, you can see this. I don't know if you can, but the background color is changing actually. Okay. All right. What do we have next? When the input box is checked, I want to change the before of switch. So width will be, we have to calculate it 100% minus 5 pixel. So width will be 100%. It depends on that target on the selector we have choosing. So 100%, and it will minus 5 pixel from it. Okay. So as you can see, when I click on it, you can see the background going forward and stopped at 5 pixel. That will be 95 pixel or 95%. Okay. All right. Also, we need to change the background color because we don't want blue. We want it to be red. So background color will be E65A62. As you can see, the background is changing. Now in the same way, let me copy this. I want to change the after. So this one, previous one was before, and this one will be after. And I want to change the left, calculate 100% minus 20 pixel plus 5 pixel. So what does this mean? Initially we have given the left as 5 pixel, okay, and we need to add that 5 pixel plus 20 pixel. So when, as you can see now, the circle is also moving because we want the left to be 100 minus 25 pixel. Okay. Also, we want to change that circle's background. So background color will be hash F3B 3B6. Now we can see that color changing. Okay. All right. Now I think our whole part is completed except for that body class. We need to add the active class to our body. So let's do that in JavaScript. Okay, so our CSS part is completed and we can see the toggle happening. Okay, now the only thing remains is we need to add that active class inside our body. So let's jump into JavaScript. Let me expand this and this. Okay, so basically what we have to capture here is whenever user clicks on this toggle, I want to change the background. Okay, so this click is an event and we need to check that event inside a JavaScript. So document dot get element by ID, and ID here is switchy, and we need to add an event listener here which will be click. Okay, and I want to call a function. So what exactly this code will do, it will get all of the things which has this ID switchy, and it will check for this event click here, and if there a click event happens, it will call this function. So if document dot get element by ID, which will be switchy, if this is checked, okay, then I want to add document dot body dot class list dot add, and I want to add here active. Okay, else if it is not checked, then document dot body dot class list dot remove active. That's it. Okay, so when the switchy ID is checked, I want to add that active class, and if it is not checked, I want to remove that active class. So let's see this happening. When I click on this switchy ID, you can see the background changing, and when I unchecked it, you can see it comes to its normal position. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you really like this video. Thanks for watching till the end, guys. I really hope you like this video, and I think you might have a little understanding on how to use pseudo elements and how you can create creative things and interactive things using pseudo elements. So please like, share and subscribe our channel. It would really help and encourage us to bring more valuable and creative content to you. And don't forget to check out Nutanix School website to learn more about them and the services they are providing. So if you have any doubt related to this, comment down under the comment section, and keep learning, keep growing. Thank you.